thing. This offensive line has got to pass protect. They got Randall Cunningham, Jim McMahon, and a host of others sacked 64 times last year. Everybody knows they have running backs. They know they can run block, but can they pass protect? And they'll be tested severely by Nunn and Harvey and the rest of this Cardinals defense.
2nd down and 9 for Philadelphia. Cunningham, good protection at first. It eventually breaks down, thrown in the area of Tyrone Stowe, but the pressure applied by Michael Bankston, and now flags everywhere.
And that was the case of Eric Floyd, the 4th-year guard, number 61, took a nice shot right in the back of Eric Swan. Swan did the smart thing. He got the first shot in, then turned around and let the other guy hit him in the back and draw a penalty, I think. Could this be the dreaded offsetting?
It's too early in the season for that,
We have a personal foul for unnecessary roughness on number 61 after the play was over. 3rd down will go 15 yards from the end of the play.
So they called it one way that time. Here's a look at it.
Right-hand side, look at Swan, 98 right there. They're not going to call the ensuing work between Bankston and Floyd and everybody else. They've got the first guy. Never, ever, ever be the second guy to hit. Get that first shot in there. They don't see that one.
Boy, that'll back up Philadelphia 15 yards. There's Richie Kotite. His 3rd year.
We talked about that pass protection and how important it is. This is a great example right here. Phoenix will be coming after Randall Cunningham right now. Keep an eye on Harvey, 56 on the outside. He's coming off a knee surgery, and the first 2 or 3 plays he was hobbling.
Going to be 3rd down and 27. There's Ken Harvey. Blew out a knee last November against Atlanta.
We're not the only ones going through early season blues at the moment. I think they have a little problem on the field deciding where exactly to spot that one.
Well, they walked off too much. So let's make it 3rd and 24. 4 receivers for the Eagles. They send the rookie Victor Bailey in motion. Cunningham fires it downfield to Bailey, and he can't hold on. Almost had it at the Phoenix 30.
And Phoenix got real lucky. Chuck Cecil, their free agent acquisition, paid all that money to, took a big gamble at the end of that play trying to break it up. And I think actually Bailey was a little surprised that ball wasn't knocked down. That's probably why he dropped it. He just lost that moment's concentration.
Jeff Fiegels will punt for Philadelphia. Punting to a Pro Bowl returner, Johnny Bailey. For a heavy rush, Fiegels, nice high boot. Catch called. Bailey has it. Phoenix will have it for the first time in the 93 season from its own 43. A 37-yard punt by Jeff Fiegels. So 13-15 remaining in the first quarter. No score. Steve Berline, who threw only 18 passes in 1992, backing up Troy Aikman for the Super Bowl champion Cowboys. Rookie Ron Moore in the backfield. 1st and 10 through the hands of Larry Sinners, who caught 50 passes last year out of the backfield. So Berline, in his base offense that will include Sharp at left tackle, Rick Cunningham at left guard, Mark May on the line with Lance Smith and rookie Ernest Dye. Walter Reeves is the tight end. The wide receivers, Ricky Prohl and Gary Clark, acquired from the Redskins free agent market. Butch Roll is the H-back. Ron Moore is the lone setback now on 2nd down and 10. Comes out throwing his first 2 plays. A man was open. Beautifully tipped away by Byron Evans. Going for Derek Ware. backup tight end.
Not a bad job for a guy that's had a broken hand, has got a soft cast working on that thing right now. And you're going to see Berline try to fade this, try to lob this thing in. Remember two things about Berline. I don't care if he is making $2.5 million a year and he's supposedly the man here in Phoenix. He points out, hey, I haven't accomplished anything yet in the NFL. I don't think people should get too excited. And he's a 48% career passer. He has to at least improve 9 to 10 points to become a legitimate star-type quarterback.
It's 3rd and 10 for Phoenix. Berline, too high, looking for Gary Clark. And Berline took a pretty good pop.
And I guarantee you, Bud Carson, the defensive coordinator, loves to see this guy get a shot on a quarterback this early in the game. Harmon is a guy that every coach here in Philadelphia speaks real highly of. They talk about Millar, they talk about Harris. Harmon's the work ethic, the real motor guy. He makes things happen.
4th and 10, and Rich Camarillo just barely got it away. Wonderful bounce. Sikahema falls at the 13. So an exchange of punts here in the first quarter. 46 yards on that one by Camarillo. And Randall Cunningham, what kind of year you expect you'll see from him?
Well, people are anticipating a great year. Coach I talks about, hey, nobody has a good year until 2 years after a knee surgery, and he's expecting big things from Randall. He's got Zeke Bratkowski now as his sort of mentor, offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. He's very upbeat. I think Randall Cunningham's a very unpredictable quarterback. He's an up-and-down, hot and cold guy. He can rush for a lot of yards, throw for a lot of yards, and he also has the ability as a quarterback to lose you some football games.
No score, opening minutes of the first quarter. Philadelphia 1st and 10 from its 13. Cunningham looks for a second target and finds Mark Bavaro across the 25-yard line for a gain of 12 and a first down.
Everyone here in Philadelphia hopes that Mark Bavaro's knee holds up, and nobody more than Randall Cunningham. Because if you want to double up on Barnett and Williams, there's the guy that's going to be in the middle of this defensive backfield all day long gobbling up passes, and he can do it. They call him the first complete package tight end here in a long time. He's one of the best blockers ever, and as you can see, he can go with it when he gets it.
1st and 10. That, of course, that comment in reference to Pete Jackson. And there's Heath Sherman for no gain, hit first by Eric Swan. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
You talk about the size of these defensive linemen for Phoenix, but Eric Swan, 98, is one of the smallest guys at 300 pounds, and he can bring it. He's a quick guy. He brings the arm over on Floyd, gets in the backfield. Here's a guy that Joe Bugle and the Phoenix organization think is a star now. 2 years ago, he's a star of the future. Now he's a star now. He's got a legitimate shot at the Pro Bowl next January or February, whenever they play that.
2nd down and 10. Sherman will run with it, gets away from the pack, and gets a first down to the 36. Chuck Cecil on the hit after a gain of 11.
This is kind of the play of living dangerously. Watch all the people around Randall and around Sherman. There's bodies everywhere. There's linemen all over the place. There's everywhere to go is to run into somebody. Jax can't hold on. Cecil comes in, gives him a shot in the chops there at the very end. Well designed, well executed, because the lineman knew where the defensive guys were going to go, and Sherman paid attention.
Sherman out, and Vaughn Hebron is in, a rookie free agent. Quite a buzz around Philadelphia about him. 1st and 10, pass play for another 10. Caught by Bavaro, his second catch of this series.
You were going to see this the entire half or the entire game until the Phoenix Cardinals take Mark Bavaro away. You saw Cam Cunningham look right, look short, look over the middle, and hit Bavaro. You got to cover Mark Bavaro. Randall Cunningham will complete 10 passes to this guy if you keep giving those dumps.
Well, they lost 11 players to free agency, but they signed Mark Bavaro, who spent last season with the Cleveland Browns.
For all the hype, free agency is a push here in Philadelphia. It's not that big a deal.
2nd and 1. Walker sidesteps the defender to pick up the first down and is pushed out of bounds by Aeneas Williams at the 45 of the Cardinals. A good block by Calvin Williams.
One of the first things that jumps out at you about Herschel Walker this year was the first thing Richie Coach I talked to us about yesterday. Herschel Walker is not jittering in the hole. He's not going up and looking at guys and shaking and trying to put moves on. He's going north and south, and he's taking the ball. Maybe he's taking a little note off that rookie running back Hebert.
He had the first 1,000-yard rushing season in Philadelphia.